All right, final day of the USA Championships here in Eugene, Oregon. Too many performances for us to talk about, too many performances in Jamaica for us to talk. Like, we have to really cover all this. And I'm talking about the 200-meter dash. On the women's side, the women were cruising through. Now, Sha'Carri Richardson already made the 100 team, but in the 200, she ran 21.61 seconds in the heats. Yes, it was wind aided, 2.6 meters per second, but she was chilling. She was relaxed. She was going for something big. I actually thought that she was going to drop out from the 200 because she already won the 100, but no, she was going for it. 21.61 in the heats. She was cruising. We saw like Gabby Thomas, Abby Steiner, Tamara Clark, Jenna Prandy, everyone advanced through to the semifinals. But in those semifinals, this is where things really start to heat up. First off, Gabby Thomas ran 21.86 seconds in her semifinal. That was a world-leading performance, and if I'm correct, that's her third fastest performance of her entire career, behind her 21.61 and also her 21.8, I think, from the Olympic Games in 2020. But just a few minutes after that, down in Jamaica, Shericka Jackson ran 21.7 seconds to get the win in the 200-meter dash there. Now, she had already run 10.65 in the 100 to dominate the track there. And again, just a couple minutes, I promise this was a few minutes after Gabby Thomas set the world lead. Shericka Jackson took that world lead away, 21.7 seconds to get the win at Jamaican Championships. She already had the wild card. She was already the defending champion, so she didn't even need to run that, but she went away and actually ran that race. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, keep a lookout for her. She ran 22.2 seconds. I think she is in a very good position now to get back on that podium in the 100-meter dash. I really want to see what her 100-meter form is, but you know, she's a defending champion. She is the greatest 100-meter sprinter in history, and she is going to be a problem. So really like what she did at Jamaican Trials. But the women in the United States still had to run the final, and Gabby Thomas performed. 21.60 seconds. Personal best, moves her farther up the all-time list, just a tick ahead of what she did previously, 21.61. Gabby Thomas came back with a vengeance. I knew that last year she was on pace for something fast because she started off with 21 seconds early in the year and then she got injured, so couldn't compete, you know, at USA's or at the World Championships, but she came here to perform. And check out the post-race interview we did with her. She actually said that she ran that 21.8 and then she saw the results from Shericka Jackson running that 21.7 and she was like, oh nah, they can't keep taking this from us, right? And then she went out and ran that 21.6. But guess what? I love the competition. Both of them are going to be going head to head. Gabby Thomas, Shericka Jackson. I personally have Shericka Jackson as the favorite right now. I mean, she is low-key on pace to run like 21.3, but Gabby Thomas, don't sleep on her. I asked her in the mix zone. She said that it might take, you know, a world record to be able to get that gold medal in Budapest, and she said that she might be ready. We'll see. But I think Shericka Jackson, I think Gabby Thomas, both of them are going to be going for something huge when we get to Budapest. I am loving this matchup. Just behind Gabby Thomas, though, Sha'Carri Richardson. She pulled through for second place, 21.94 seconds for a personal best there. That's her first time running sub 22 seconds in the event. You know, she is one of the top athletes in the 100-meter dash going to Budapest. In the 200, she's in the conversation for a medal, I think, at this point for sure. But we're going to see what she's able to do going for that double. Love to see Sha'Carri on the team in both events. And then Kayla White. I promise, I told y'all to not sleep on a couple athletes. Kayla White was one of those athletes. 22.01 seconds for Kayla White. A huge personal best for her to make this team. She just surpassed Abby Steiner. Kayla White was all the way on the outside. She couldn't even see, you know, anyone in the rest of the field, right? And she managed to get her spot on the team. This is really a full circle moment. 2019, Kayla White got the indoor title in the NCAAs in the 200, and now she's going to the World Championships in the 200 meters, and she was elated after the race. Really looking forward to seeing all these three women, Gabby Thomas, Sha'Carri Richardson, and Kayla White, going for the 200 meters in Budapest. Unfortunately, Abby Steiner, fourth place, 22.07 seconds. She actually spoke in the mix zone afterwards saying that she had a little bit of an injury that she's been dealing with kind of over the past couple of years, but it really ticked up over the past, you know, this season, her first professional season, so wasn't able to make it. She was going to get surgery later on in the season after Worlds if she made the team, but she might be pushing that up. But I love Abby Steiner. She's one of the top athletes, you know, going into the future. She just finished at Kentucky last year, so going to see a lot more from her. Really loving this 200 meters from the women. This is going to be a great matchup. Gabby Thomas versus Shericka Jackson. Jackson, and then all the other women as well. And let me not even sleep on Julian Alfred, right? We're going to see what happens in Budapest. But we have to talk about the men and what they did in the 200 meters. This was another great competition. Of course, Noah Lyles is the defending champion in the 200, so he made the 100-meter team. He's going to be going for the double in Budapest. So this was a clear shot for Erjan Knighton to get the win, his first national title, and he managed to do that today. 19.72 seconds in the 200. I mean, it really wasn't that close for the most part. Erjan Knighton, he is a young prodigy. He's been racking up times on the all-time list, not only the all-time list, but the U20 all-time list. He dominates that. Erjan Knighton is in position to maybe potentially challenge Noah Lyles. I think that he can really be a problem for Noah Lyles if Noah Lyles doesn't stay on his game, right? Of course, Noah Lyles is still the favorite. He's already run 19.6 this year. He's run 19.31 to get the American record. So that's going to be a really great matchup. I think Erjan Knighton is really finding his form in a sense. You don't have to see the 19.4s, right? That doesn't have to always happen. He can progress. He can make progress. He can get to those 19.4s, potentially 19.3s later on in the season when it really counts. So Erjan Knighton there, Kenny Bednarek. I'm going to be completely honest. I doubted Kenny Bednarek this year. Of course, it's hard to see what happens in the background. I didn't pick him for my team, but Kenny Bednarek is a consummate performer when it comes to the 200 meters. 19.82 seconds. Like, this form was not shown throughout the entire season. He spoke about how he was a little bit injured. He was dealing with some setbacks. Seems like every single year he's been injured, throughout the season, leading up to the championships, leading up to USA's, but he finds a way to make the team. Kenny B is going to be back on that podium. I really believe he's going to be back on that podium. And I mean, if we're counting things up, I think Noah Lyles, Erjan Knighton, and Kenny B, I think they're going to sweep again. No one is really challenging them. There's a lot of guys. Let me not get this wrong, right? There's Tebogo, there's Jameem Richards. There's a lot of guys who are in the mix, but I think the USA is in a good position to potentially sweep that podium. Third place. I didn't mention Fred Kerley. Fred Kerley got fourth place. Third place, Courtney Lindsay. Shout out to all of you who were saying that we should not sleep on Courtney Lindsay. I thought he was an outside pick for the 200, and guess what? He pulled through here. 19.85 seconds, a personal best, improving on what he did at the NCAA championships. He won the 100-meter dash at NCAAs, comes here, gets third place, makes a team in the 200. This is some real great vindication for Courtney Lindsay for not getting the 200-meter title, and I think he is going to be a problem. Now, he's had a long NCAA season, but that's never stopped a couple athletes, right? He can very much not only make the final, but maybe challenge for the medals again. I think the USA might sweep with Lyles, Knighton, and Bednarek, but we're going to see. Love to see Courtney Lindsay making that team and dispel all these crazy, rumors like NCAA athletes can't perform. Listen, Courtney Lindsay made the team. Again, Fred Kerley. Let's be real. Fred Kerley actually ran pretty fast. 19.86 seconds for fourth place. That was pretty fast, but man, Fred Kerley, it seems like he's not getting the turn right. It's really weird because 100-meter world champion, probably the favorite for the 100-meter, gold medal again this year. 400-meter bronze medalist, one of the fastest in history in the 400. You would think that the 200 meters would just come natural to him, but seems like Fred Kerley isn't able to do it in the 200. We're going to see him in that 100, though. He has a bye, so he's going to have to worry about, going to Budapest. He's going to be there, and I still think he's a favorite for the 100. The 200 doesn't mean anything, right, for Fred Kerley. Very likely in a good position to get that gold medal in the 100. So we're going to see those are the 200s at USA's and at Jamaica again. Shericka Jackson versus Gabby Thomas. I am looking forward to that matchup, and do not sleep on Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce in that 100-meter dash. I don't know what's going to happen in the 200, but that 100, Shelly-Ann is in that mix. I know I said that Shericka Jackson, I said that Sha'Carri Richardson, I said that Marie-José Talu, I said that those three were probably the favorite. Listen, add in Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. She's in that mix for the favorites in terms of the 100-meter dash. Also, let's not sleep on Julian Alfred, but that's a whole nother conversation. Now, only other thing I want to cover for today is just the 400-meter hurdles, and I will gladly be wrong in terms of my predictions. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I wasn't sure what form Rai Benjamin was in. He spoke about how he's been injured, but listen, 46.62 seconds, that's not too far off what Karsten Warholm just ran this year. Like, that was a big response. Rai Benjamin running injured like this, he's able to run this fast. I am really loving what's happening in the 400-meter hurdles. I'm just thankful that we are all living in this age to be able to see all these athletes and all these guys put together these amazing performances. We're going to see Karsten Warholm. We're going to see Rai Benjamin. Potentially, we're going to see Alison Dos Santos. Who knows? But these guys are going to be pushing the pace and pushing the boundaries of the 46-second barrier. Warholm already has that world record, and then of course Rai Benjamin has run 46.1. I think both of them are going to go sub 46 this year. And listen, Rai Benjamin has a month to get ready. Please, he's going to be cooking. Hopefully Warholm's going to be cooking. Hopefully Alison Dos Santos is going to be cooking. And then CJ Allen, he got second place here, got fourth place last year. This is his first team that he's ever made. So looking forward to seeing what he's going to do in Budapest. He actually has a very good shot to make it onto the podium. Again, not sure the status of Alison Dos Santos, but behind Warholm and Benjamin, CJ Allen is a guy. He is number 3 clearly in the world this year, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to be able to do. Trevor Bassett got the bronze medal last year, right here in Oregon, and now he's going to be going to Budapest for another shot to get onto the podium again. So really, really excited to see all these guys again. Super excited for that Rai Benjamin versus Karsten Warholm once they both get to Budapest. Gonna end it off with the women's 400-meter hurdles. This was an amazing competition. I wasn't sure if Dalilah Muhammad was going to be able to make it back. Again, she's spoken about, having injuries. It seems like all these athletes have injuries, but they find ways to make it onto the team. Dalilah Muhammad just got edged out by Shamir Little. This was an amazing race. Shamir Little got her second USA title since 2015, right? It's been a long time coming. 53.34 seconds for Shamir Little. Amazing performance to get the title and get another shot to get on the podium in the World Championships in Budapest, right? She hasn't been on the podium since 2015 in Beijing, and I think she's in an amazing position to do so again. Dalilah Muhammad, second place, just behind, 53.53 seconds. Again, Dalilah Muhammad finds ways to pull it together when it counts the most, and she did it here. She is going to, I don't even know how many teams she's made. Her first team was back in 2013, going to Moscow, right, a year after she graduated from USC, and now she's making it 10 years later, a whole decade later. So looking forward to seeing Dalilah Muhammad. If she's in this form, I think Shamir Little and Dalilah Muhammad can very likely get on that podium. So look out for both of them. And then Anna Cockrell. Shout out to Anna Cockrell for pulling through in the last moment. A lot of people definitely doubted her. I, didn't have her on my picks. I wasn't exactly sure of her form coming in, but she managed to get on the team. I want you to keep an eye out for Anna Cockrell. Take a look back at the Tokyo Olympic final. She made that final and she ran very, very well in that final. She unfortunately got DQ'd because I think she didn't clear a hurdle properly, but she is going to be a problem. She's still young. She's still developing. She actually trains with Dalilah Muhammad. Anna Cockrell is going to be a problem. I think this is a very, very solid team. And then Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, who knows what she's going to do? I think she's going to do the 400 at Worlds, but she could pop up and do the hurdles. Who knows? But this is the 400-meter hurdle team. These are the only events I'm going to cover. I mean, I'll do a full recap, maybe breaking things down, break down all the other championships, but this was USA's 2023 USA Championships. Amazing performances. Let me know what your favorite performances from these championships were. I didn't get to cover everything, but this was, crazy up and down across the board in all different events, from sprints, jumps, and hurdles. Let me know what you think. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Be back again next time. Thanks for watching.